Kia ora whānau, you're here with me, the Māori Wargamer, and today we'll be playing a Warhammer 40K battle report. Chur. Welcome whānau to this 80 power level battle between the Dark Angels and the Genestealer Cults. Playing a Stronghold Assault mission from Chapter Approved 2018, Last Stand. We are continuing the events from last week's game, so watch that if you haven't already. The Genestealers recovered data on the location of a Dark Angel fortress and have readied an all-out assault on the Adeptus Astartes in the dead of night. With the bulk of the Dark Angel's forces directed to other theatres of war on the planet of Atreus, home of my 40k content, consisting of Bat Reps, Kill Team Bat Reps, and Blackstone Fortress, a small band of defenders stand ready to hold out against the ambitions of the cult. Surrounded and besieged, a handful of troops have held out against all odds. The enemy have amassed in overwhelming numbers to stamp out this last vestige of resistance, and reinforcements have been delayed. Until they arrive, the last survivors of this garrison are on their own. So the mission is simple: hold out and defeat the attackers. The last survivors are garrisoned in the Fortress of Redemption, 2 10-man tactical squads and the company master. So as the Genestealer Cults, I will win if I destroy all 3 last survivor units. If I destroy 2 of them, then it will be a draw. Otherwise, the defender will win. Reserves come on from turn 2, and defenses activate turn 2 as well, with night fighting in effect due to Genestealer victory from the previous mission. So yeah, I like to always put in a bit of narrative storytelling to my game, so that's a consequence from the Genestealer victory in the last game. So tune in for what is going to be an epic game with high stakes. Can the Sons of the Lion achieve victory against the overwhelming numbers of the Xenos? Who knows, but the fate of Atreus lies in the balance. And also featuring this Fortress of Redemption, picked up in, we got a bit of colour onto it at least, but we'll have that in better stakes for future missions. But yeah, what a massive centerpiece of the battlefield. Something that I delivered to you in my effort to provide quality content on the channel. So I hope you enjoy all the efforts there. Epic looking battlefield, ready to roll out, 80 power level, Genestealer Cults Dark Angels. Dark Angels taking turn 1, but before we do that, let's take a closer look at the armies that we'll be playing with today. So we have 60 power level of Dark Angels here, made up of 2 Stronghold Assault Defender detachments. We have a Company Master in Gravis armor with a power sword and a machine gun gauntlet. We have Company Master of the 3rd Company with a Heavenfell blade and a plasma gun. 2 Primaris Lieutenants with bolt rifles. 2 5-man intercessor squads with bolt rifles, and a 5-man Hellblaster squad with super plasma guns. 1 10-man tactical squad with plasma gun, plasma pistol, and plasma cannon, and another 10-man tactical squad with a las cannon, melter gun, and a plasma pistol. And for a bit more flavour, we've got the Company Ancient with a banner. And here, assembled for your entertainment, 80 power level of Genestealer Cults, the Cult of the Rusted Claw, in all their glory and overwhelming numbers, ready to sweep across the battlefield. Made up of 2 Stronghold Assault Attacker detachments for +5 command points each, and then there's a patrol detachment as well. So we have a Patriarch with monstrous rending claws, an Abominant with super sledgehammer, Primus with bone sword needle pistol, Magus with a 4 staff, and a Acolyte Icon Ward with pistol and the standard. 2 5-man Acolyte hybrid squads, this one here with a heavy rock cutter, heavy rock drill, and here is a heavy rock saw. 2 10-man neophyte hybrid squads with auto guns, 2 mining lasers in this squad here, and 2 heavy stubbers and grenade launchers on this squad here. 5-man aberrant squad with 4 power hammers and 1 leader with the stop sign. 2 10-man pure strain Genestealer squads with rending claws. 5-man Adelan Jackal squad, 4 guys on bikes with shotguns, and then the wolf quad with a mining laser. A cult armored sentinel with a with a las cannon. A cult lemon Russ with a battle cannon, 2 heavy bolters and a las cannon. And a Goliath rock grinder with a rock drill, a heavy mining laser and a heavy stubber. Alright, so Genestealers are going to start off kicking in 3 command points to use a preliminary bombardment against the 3 units embarked in the Fortress of Redemption. So on a 6, we're inflicting d6 mortal wounds onto the building itself there. So, looking for 6s. 3 strikes. 3 command points well spent. Go into Dark Angels turn 1. End of the turn for the Dark Angels turn 1. Not a lot done there. Night fighting, waiting for the enemy to arrive. Managed to pick off 5 Neophyte hybrids and 1 pure strain Genestealer. The building defenses have yet to kick in. Something is malfunctioning with the power. Could be something to do with the Genestealer ambush. Who knows? But they're working to get this back online to engage the mighty cannons and defenses of the Fortress of Redemption. So they've held the line. We'll go into Genestealer Cults turn 1 as they look to crush the Dark Angels. Alright, so the Cult of the Rusted Claw have advanced across the battlefield, making their way through wrecked rhinos and razorbacks scattered across there. These dudes mining lasers standing still, las cannon sentinel standing still. The Genestealers are looking to get into that building and start tearing it to shreds with its can opener claws. Heavy weaponry, heavy rock drill in there to grind its way into the fortress as well. They've advanced. Most units advanced. Aberrants there as well. Advanced power hammers. Once they hit into that building, it's going to crumble to rubble. Rock grinder dudes advanced there. Adelan Jackals advanced there. New wolf quad painted up last night for your entertainment purposes. We're ready to start wrecking. So we've got all those units embarked upon here. Time to start peeling some holes in this beautiful fortress. We'll start over here. 2 shots from the heavy mining laser, hitting on 4s. 1 hit. And I'll just check the strength. Alright, so strength 9 from the mining laser into toughness 10 of the fortress. Going to be a hard thing to crack. Now, this is the first Stronghold Assault mission we've done as well. We've had all these buildings, the Bastion, the landing pad, never really used them, but yeah, playing more narratively now, we'll start making use of that stuff. So strength, so 5's the wound, yeah. I've got 12 command points, so I'm going to spend 1 to re-roll that. And that's a wound. AP minus 3 from the mining laser. Pumps blast straight into the Fortress of Redemption. 5 up save. Off the table. That's out. Command point reroll. Oh, command point reroll. Oh, man. Alright, this guy, Mighty Armored Sentinel, he's pretty much a dud. Never done anything. Now it's his time to redeem himself. Hitting on a 4. Yeah, not going to change anytime soon by the looks of it. Alright, second most useless unit, maybe even tied with the Sentinel actually. Going to shoot in 1 shot with the heavy mining laser and 3 with heavy stubbers into the fortress, hitting on 4s. Alright, mining laser got in, that's all we really want. Green dice is 6, black dice is 5 for wounding. 6 to wound. That was not a wound. No AP, so 1-2 up save. Fail it. No, he didn't fail it. It remains impenetrable. 7 shots from the battle cannon into the fortress, heading on 4s. 4 hits, strength 8 to toughness 10, so that is 5. 1 wound, and that is AP -2, so 4 up save. Oh, and you've used a command point, so that's D3 damages. 2 damage, 28 wounds left. Woo! So end of the turn for the Genestealer Cults on turn 1. The ambush has been launched. My forces move across the battlefield into the no man's land through craters, shipping containers, wrecked vehicles on their way to penetrate the Fortress of Redemption. We've managed to take off 2 of those wounds. My opponent, starting next turn, he's using emergency repairs to bring it back up to 29 out of 30. So still a bit of work to be done, but wait until turn 2 when we hit that wall and start carving it. If anyone's seen Lord of the Rings Twin Towers, it's going to be like that. Get that little suicide bomber Urukai in there into the deeping wall, and then it's going to blow up like a house of cards. Checkmate. But yeah, not a lot done. Pretty lousy. Although early days, so it's a long game, and we're ready to stick it out to the very end. I hope you are as well, ready to see the Genestealer Cults achieve eternal glory. So stay tuned. We're moving into Dark Angels turn 2. My opponent will roll for reserves, see if any defenders make it back, and also have the defences back online. Alright, so reserve rolls. The defenders have heard the call for backup and have made their way towards the battlefield, looking to assist in the defences of the fortress. So yeah, we've got dice indicating which one's which. We're looking for a 3-up save. 3-up reserves come in. Oh, that's everyone except white dice. Yikes. I'm going to read that and check if we did that right, but that is everyone except this guy, all coming onto the battlefield. So we're going to double check rules and where they come from. Alright, so the reinforcements, Primaris reinforcements, Hellblasters, Gravis Master, Lieutenants, and Intercessors have arrived from this side of the battlefield, looking to capture the Imperial Bastion, activate its defences to fire upon the horde of Genestealers. The building defences have been enabled. However, I've spent a command point on the Gremlin Curse stratagem to make it so that the building only hits on 6s, which will come in much needed, will come in very handy. 5 intercessors coming in across from this way as well. So the battlefield is set, the defenders are reinforced and ready to hold off against all odds. We'll see what happens as we go into the shooting phase for Dark Angels turn 2. End of the turn for the Dark Angels turn 2. Reinforcements on the field. We need to pop this to get into the 3 last survivor units, and it's on 29 wounds currently. It's going to be pretty tough. The defenders and the reinforcements wiped out a lot of the forces there across the battlefield. It's looking pretty grim. 10-man Genestealer squad wiped from existence. These dudes moving in and looking to seize the Bastion as well, activate the quad gun. Yeah, pretty rough. I thought it was going to be pretty clean sweep, but we'll see how things go. We've got 9 command points, plenty of stratagems up our sleeves to toy around with. So we're going to come back, go into Dark Angel, Genestealer Cults on turn 2 and see what they can do. Stay with us. End of movement phase for Genestealer Cults turn 2. As we continue the Stronghold Assault mission, The Last Stand. Models are chugging forward. The Goliath Rock Grinder finally has a chance to make use of the massive drill dozer blade and grind its way into the armaments of the Fortress of Redemption. Yeah, I think this mission is glitch. If you can, these holds 15, holds 30 guys, and all 30 can just hide in here for 5 turns. So, I mean, all my only heavy support is this and that. So maybe I need like more heavy stuff. I don't know. We're gonna see. Yeah, over here, Adeline Jackal's racing up to wipe out these dudes. Intercessors. This thing so close and is ready to make a charge into that actually. That's going to be cool.
I've activated a stratagem.
You're interrupting me as I'm summarising the movement phase. These guys stand still. These guys are here. And over here, we have 10 Genestealers that have come in through Cult Ambush. Or I don't know if that counts.
They're reinforcements.
Immediately. That happened like 5 minutes ago.
Well, this is your turn.
No. We'll dice rolling it. All right. So opponent 5 minutes after the movement phase, my opponent says he's going to use his Auspex scan to try and shoot into the Genestealers that arrived. Because I spent 3 command points for the perfect ambush stratagem. Now it says here, use the stratagem immediately after your opponent sets up. It's not at any time during the movement phase, not after I've summarized the movement phase. Hey, at the point where I'm summarizing the movement phase, the turn's over. I was heading into the shooting phase. So, as I am a fair sport and don't want to waste any more time, I'm going to agree to a roll-off, but have it known if I lose that it's a dirty tactic. So rolling off, highest roll gets to say what happens. So, 1 to 2. So justice prevails overall. My opponent's dodgy attempts, and not only rude attempts to interrupt me while summarising movement phase, are for naught. That was a bloody close one, but obviously the dice gods favoured you ill for your treachery. For that, we're going to move into the shooting phase, and then these guys are going to get minced. They're going to become minced meat. Alright, so shooting phase. I spent a command point on the Devoted Crew stratagem. So this guy's on 4 wounds, but he gets to activate from the top weapon profile. So he's going to shoot 2d6 into the fortress with its battle cannon. 6 shots. Very nice. Lemon Rust Battle Cannon, 4 shots, wounding on 5s. 2 wounds, -2, so 4 up saves. 1 pass, 1 failed.
Back down to 28.
No, D3 wounds.
1.
End of shooting phase for the Genestealer Cults, turn 2. 0 hits on anything that turn, hey. Bloody sad, the sadness. Yeah, this did nothing. That did every unit that I shot with that has guns, all landed 0 hits or wounded 0. Although, you know, on the look for the silver linings there, my Genestealer Cult army is more assault based. So, you know, I'm going to be ready to chop in with these guys, start tearing some stuff up. But yeah, I've got to take out 28 wounds on this building to get the guys out to wound them. And I'm going to say I'm unlikely to do so, but I'm going to give it every chance and make an epic battle for you guys anyway. So we're going to smash in. So I'm going to get that done. All right. So successful charges gone in here. Lost a jackal there. Lost 3 wounds on the rock grinder. So not too sure on the rules. We ended up going, if you're charging the building can overwatch back, but the units and barks can't. Let me know if that was right or wrong. So we just make those on the spot judgments. These guys are in against the building as well. And over here, lost a single Genestealer, but we're in with combat against the Hellblasters and the Master and Gravis armor, so going to start chopping in. So the Rock Grinder Bulldozer Blade made 2 wounds, successful. Looking for 2 4-up saves from the one made, 1 failed. D3 damages.
1.
Ah, this is shit. We're not gonna pop this thing at all. This is rubbish. That was my best thing I had. Go on to these guys. Only one I really care about is this thing with the rock drill. But yeah, doubt it's going to do anything. Alright, finally, so my opponent earned a bit of his honour back, advising me of the immobile rule, so I didn't need to roll for hits against the building. Because, yeah, it's alright. Still a lot of work to do to bring this thing down though. But we've made a start, so the heavy rock drill has made a hit and made a wound. Now I'll get to roll a dice with it. On a 2-up, it suffers another mortal wound, and then on a 3-up, suffers a mortal wound, on a 4-up, and so on. So we're going to start with a 2-up, mortal wound, so down to 25 wounds. Now that becomes a 3-up. No, ends there. 25 wounds though. So we've only done 5 out of 30. We got a long way to go, and yeah, not looking too optimistic. So I rolled the additional attacks with the Genestealers, wiping out the Hellblasters. Big Patriarch, leader of the cult, here on Atreus, is chopped in. He has delivered 6 wounds, or well, 3 regular wounds, and then 3 rending. So roll your invulnerable against the rending ones first.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do it one at a time?
No, let's go all 3.
Okay. 4 up.
Oh, 4-up invulnerable?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. And then the regular one, is 4-up invulnerable as well. These are the regular hits. So 2 failed. D3 wounds. Double 6s. How many wounds does he have?
6.
So 5 or
5 or
6 and he's dead.
He's got 1 left.
Oh, and he gets the punch in. But yeah, brought him low, brought him down to his knees. He's going to attack back and then end the turn.
5 attack.
Zoom in for a better look over here, this combat. So Master down to 1 wound, but he's punched in and landed 4 hits onto the Patriarch, -3. So we're rolling for 4 5-up invulnerables. Made 2 of them, failed 2.
D3 damage.
D3 damages. 2, 1, 3. So he's down to 3. Alright, so we're live on the skin of our teeth, still hanging in there. But that will end the Genestealer Cults for turn 2. Man, long game. Long game, hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, good stuff. Still got our way to chip through. This is down to 25 wounds out of 30. Still got to attack the survivors within. My opponent's spending another command point. Oh no, he's not. Reinforcement roll. Oh, well, let me wrap this up first. Yeah, so the last stand is still ongoing. Amidst the units, when we're fighting units, but against buildings, the Genestealer Cults are ill prepared. So something that they'll learn from next time we go to battle. However, we'll continue onwards and go into Dark Angels turn 3. End of movement phase for the Dark Angels turn 3. Intercessors and the Lieutenant moving across the bastion here, looking to cut off the Acolyte hybrids who are looking to seize it for themselves, and power up the quad cannon up there. He's locked in combat still over there. No movement from these guys. the chapter Ancient has brought the banner of the Dark Angels, rallying his forces that are securing the building. Master Asterin of the 3rd Company of Dark Angels watches from above, yet to make a move. These guys still locked in combat with the building. These guys, oh, wait a minute, Dark Angel's turn. And these guys still locked in combat over here. So we're going to go into the shooting phase and see what they can do. Alright, so the Rock Grinder's seen its last days. However, the Genestealer Cults are willing to sacrifice any asset for the cause. So activating the rig to blow stratagem. I don't need to roll a d6, the vehicle automatically explodes. So the Rock Grinder's done his job. Here we go. This is that suicide Urakai from Two Towers. He's going to do the suicide at the Allah Akbar. Oh, I can say that. So when he blows up, suffers D3 mortal wounds.
All units within.
From 6. I don't care. The Genestealer Cults are willing to sacrifice any asset. So D3 wounds onto the building. 2 wounds, down to 22. And we'll just measure out the distance. Oh, you brought your tape measure today.
Them.
What about the guys inside?
They were in the building. The building took them.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, that banner guy. He gets hit.
He went in the building. He's in the
did he?
building. Yeah.
You're right. I'll roll for these guys. D3 wounds, 1 wound. Oh, not that guy. D3 wounds. That's down to 2. And D3 wounds onto that.
6.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. The rock cutter. Oops. Yeah, all good though. 22 wounds. We're slowly chugging away. Boom. Continue with the Dark Angel shooting. End of the shooting phase for the Dark Angels turn 3. Things are looking very grim for the Genestealer Cults. They're perfect ambush, you know, all that planning for naught. As we survey the battlefield, these defenders, stalwart defenders of the Imperium, stand strong against all odds. 23 wounds out of 30. My Rock Grinder's gone. He wiped out the acolytes down there. All I've got is, this is probably the last thing, so I'll probably do one more turn. And yeah, after that, all its firepower is going to be concentrated and I'm gonzo. So thanks for sticking with me, whānau. I appreciate your support. Going into, nothing happened here. Going into a combat here, these guys successfully charged in. So yeah, add more further salt on the wound. Next turn, these guys are going to capture this building. And then, yeah, their whole defenses are locked in. Maybe I should have balanced it with endless reserves or something. Who knows? First time using Stronghold Assault, so we're going to do a bit more research on it. But yeah, we'll wrap up the Dark Angel's turn and go into Genestealer Cults turn 3. So finally here on the Fortress of Redemption, Bastion of the Dark Angels. Their base of operations here on Atreus. Home of my narrative campaigns. In the movement phase for turn 3 for the Genestealer Cults, the Genestealers are turning and charging the building. The Aberrants have a lot returned. If you recall, I took them off the table in turn 2. So they've returned at the cost of 3 command points for the perfect ambush. And are looking to charge and swing those hammers in, led by the mighty Abominant. Dudes here, rocking forward. These guys are rocking forward as well, and combat ongoing there. Wolf Quad versus Primaris Intercessor Sergeant. So that's the state of our battlefield. We've got 10 guys over there. The Magus, who I forgot was there until the end of this game. And Armored Sentinel. So we're going to shoot in and see what happens. Sentinel. See if he's shit or not. Hit on a 4. There you go. Good work, mate. 2 mining lasers into the building. 4s. Oh. 5's to wound. Oh, 1 wound. Command point that though. No, 1 wound. -3.
Fire up.
Failed.
Command point that.
Still failed. D6 damages. Oh! What does that bring it down to?
19.
19. Yeah. This old mate's going to fire his las cannon first on a 4. Nothing. Yeah, spend that last command point there to give him that ability that gives him, that shoots at his highest weapon profile. So 2d6 shots from the battle cannon. 5. So we've landed 2 wounds, dealing d3 damages each onto the fortress.
1.
2-2. It's down to 15.
16 because I used the command point to bottle back up.
Okay. 16 wounds left there. That's all the heavy firepower. I don't need to shoot with any of these wieners. Gonna charge in now with everything and wrap up the turn and potentially the game. Alright, fellas, so we brought the building down to 9 wounds with the arrival of the aberrants. Power hammers giving them strength ×2 to give them strength 10 to toughness 10. And the abominant with his power sledgehammer gives him strength 12. So he's been the only thing to actually start wounding on 3s. So he made some big damages. If only I figured that out earlier. But you know, you learn this for the next games you play. Pretty cool. How much wounds is it on?
9.
I was going to quit. I might keep going. We're going to keep going. I've got the Genestealers to attack next. We've got these guys. And we've also got the Lehman Russ still chugging along. So we might actually do this. Gonna stay with us, Fano. Alright, so these mobs got to punch in and wounding on 6s. Oh, I did it wrong too. I didn't auto hit them with the aberrant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh well. We're still learning. This is learning Stronghold Assault, so we'll fix it up next time we play with buildings. Alright, and yeah, we didn't manage to do anything else. So these guys are the pinnacle of the attack, and they're going to get wiped out next turn for sure. So we're going to call it there, Fano. End the game there with the Dark Angels victory. So leaves that campaign 1 apiece. It's good. Genestealers won the first time, and then with the addition of the Fortress of Redemption, Stronghold Assault, using these fortifications, the Genestealers actually had 0 chance. So yeah, interesting. We don't use a lot of heavy support choices in our games anyway, so it might be something that we need to gear up for future games. I'm not in any hurry. Tanks are cool, but I'm not really a tank person. I like the ground units, as you can see from my Genestealers from the Dark Angels. A good game overall, though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will improve Stronghold Assault missions for the next time we play them on the channel, which with the Fortress of Redemption there, we'll look to do a few more games of that in the near future. It's a cool big piece. Quick review on that. Thought it'd be a bit more modular. So this is all one big piece. I thought you could detach that, all that, but it's not. So that's kind of a shame. Makes it difficult to store and pack. But yeah, good looking piece. I'm going to touch it up with a few things here and there. Just wanted to get it tabletop ready, which is close enough. But yeah, fine. I hope you So make sure you tune in next week, whānau, Space Wolves versus Crimson Slaughter here on the channel, as we continue the Fate of Atreus narrative campaign. You know, bit of story, bit of narrative for your enjoyment, cool models, cool buildings, all that stuff for your entertainment. Just a humble wargamer from New Zealand, trying to carve out a niche on the market there, trying to live the dream of being a full-time YouTuber, so help support that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share this video with your family and friends, and comment on any rules areas, particularly Stronghold Assault stuff. Never done it before, as I've repeatedly said. So I'd love any feedback you guys have for me. But yeah, until next week, whānau, tune in. I am your humble host, the Maori Wargamer. Thank you for watching. Ka kite, anō.